Hello, good afternoon. I didn't plan on going live again today. However, I just don't know. Like, look, when I'm a jerk, at least I can say, hey, yeah, I did that. And either own it, apologize, or not apologize. Natasha, what are you doing? What are you doing? So, Scotty is alive, and she's going over, Nikki and her, and she's going over Nikki's stream. And I got a few things to say to Scotty. I love Scotty. However, Scotty, you do realize that it is very confusing when you're in a stream response to Robbie and the stream is all about dragging me and you're in there talking about me. That is confusing. That's my problem with you. That's weird. My other question to Scotty is, if you said that you can't be bought by Nikki, why the hell did you accept her money to begin with yesterday? Because you ran right over there as soon as she said she was going to pay you $100 to come on her panel. So, yes, you can be bought, and you were. I mean, that's just common logic. Any decent human being would say, you know what, keep the money, I'll talk to you. So you were bought. Anyways, gather around. I got some receipts.
No, no chance, no, no dance, no chance, no dance, no chance. Give me second chances. That's so cool! I won! Yay! Ow! Ow! My
That is correct, Ruth Ann. It is what she does best. So, Natasha is over in Scotty's chat right now, saving face. She's saying that she did not speak about or even mention what happened to me. And here's, you could see right there in her comment, she said he's lucky to be alive. She said, I didn't even mention what happened to him. Well, see, Natasha, you still spoke on the subject. It didn't take a rocket scientist for people to figure out what you were talking about. And you even said you were referring to my video where I spoke about my assault. Everyone knows damn good and well what you were talking about. Everyone knows damn good and well when you bring up Grinder and saying, what do I expect? They knew what you were talking about. So you can save the excuses. Hey, Wyoming. Hey, Miss Fitbeck. Hey, Daniel. I'm talking about Natasha Cooper, Jen. And in the live stream, I made a short in the live stream where she's referring to my essay. She specifically says, what did I think would happen? Listen to this.
I'm honestly surprised you're not dead, Robbie. You meet strange men on Grindr incessantly. And to be surprised when something happens to you, like what happened, after the way that you recklessly engage in sexual encounters with unknown, unidentified men through Grindr, what do you expect?
So do you mean to tell me right there she's not talking about my essay? Save the excuses, Natasha. You can be an adult and take accountability for once because that's exactly what you did and everybody knows it. It's exactly what you did. Now, mind you, folks, this was before I clapped back and put that picture up of her sister. She's the one who brought death into it, saying she's surprised I'm not dead. Hey, baby Jane. It's all good, Miss Fitbeck. Yeah, but here she is over in Scotty's live stream saying she did not bring that up. You're a liar. Just like you're a liar saying that you did not make money off of Gannon's autopsy photo. Well, funny because go ahead and take a look at this. This is an email that somebody received who was one of your Patreons, Natasha, and you uploaded his photo for your paying Patreons. Take a look.
And I've never made money off of a deceased child's body. And I've never made money off of a deceased child's body.
When are the lies going to stop is my question. Hey, Tammy. Why can't she take accountability? I will immediately, especially when I know I've done something wrong, I'll immediately say, yeah, I fucked up. She is incapable of doing that. Now I have one more question. Noodle Mash, you might want to pay attention to this one. She made a post back to Noodle Mash, going back and forth because Natasha has no room to talk about, cancer and all that when she does go after Noodle Mash's husband. Do I give a shit she goes after Noodle Mash's husband? Hell no. Noodle and her husband are pieces of shit. But you might want to pay attention to this, Noodle. Let me ask you a question. So if her sister, who she states right here in her response to Noodle Mash, her only sister was the one that passed, right? Why have you been saying that Mariah is your niece then? Because that's not her daughter. I understand people, they call people, that's my niece, from family, but this bitch has been saying she's her family. That doesn't make sense either. If your only sister passed, how is she your niece? It makes zero sense. She's not allowed to have a YouTube channel, Jen Jen. She's not. Hey, Megan. So this woman can continue to lie and make excuses for her behavior and, complain when people clap back at her. But she did, in fact, go after my essay first. She can lie all she wants and backtrack, but that's exactly what she did. Shall I remind you one more time?
I'm honestly surprised you're not dead, Robbie. You meet strange men on Grindr incessantly. And to be surprised when something happens to you, like what happened, after the way that you recklessly engage in sexual encounters with unknown, unidentified men through Grindr, what do you expect?
Now, I've gotten idiotic comments ever since Natasha made that statement on her live stream called My Response to Robbie. And she made that live stream the morning after Nikki and I had done a panel together. And we had been speaking about Natasha and our opinions on things. Now, that very night, I also had a pre-recorded set up to already premiere talking about what happened to me to get it off my chest. This woman knows I put that video out and purposely, instead of responding to the things we said in Nikki's live stream, she decided to go after my essay. She's definitely a grifter. And, I've got ignorant comments. What was the one I got today? Somebody had said, inviting a stranger over from Grindr is way different than a woman dressing in a short skirt. And just because you're not a bottom doesn't mean you were essayed. So do you mean to tell me that since I'm not a bottom, and I don't take it up the tush, but someone forced me to take it up the tush, that's not SA? When I repeatedly said, no, I don't do that, you're fools. And here we are with oxygen therapy. Oxygen therapy. Nowhere on those dating apps does it say that I should be expected to be assaulted. So your comment's an ignorant statement. Go tell that to all of your friends. If you have gay friends, most of us are on Grindr. Are you gonna go tell them that they deserve that if it happens to them? Because there's many, many, many of us who have Grindr accounts and Scruff and many other apps. So that's an ignorant statement. That does not justify what Natasha did. Actually, you make her look worse. Hey, Grotesque. Hey, Gigi. Hey, Extinct Tube. Thank you. You can make all the excuses in the world that you want to. Hey, Jess. And my point isn't even what she said to me. My point is, she's over there crying to everybody, saying Robbie's saying all these mean things and he's done this for years and blah, 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 blah. But she's completely overlooking what she said to me. Well, oxygen therapy, with all due respect, coming in here with ignorant statements like that to somebody who just got sexually assaulted, that's pretty abusive. Do not tell me that I'm playing Russian roulette because I just so happen to go on more dates than the average person. So you could save that bullshit. So anybody over there surprised at what I said or clapping back at her, that's why I do not care. I don't care. She should not be out here purposely saying evil stuff like that. I don't give a damn what you guys think about me. And my point was not even sitting here whining and complaining about her making fun or bashing the fact that I was assaulted and blaming me for my own assault. But my point is that she did that and went there. So she has no right to complain when she gets clapped back, and I don't care what it is. Hey, Bill, good stream last night. Oh, did it? He's degreeless. Does it sound practical to say that I'm playing Russian roulette with my life because I have dates? Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. You people are so ignorant and will flip-flop your opinions just with whatever suits your fucking needs. Thank you, Shelley. So remember, every time Natasha screams about her sister, don't forget that this is what she said first.
I'm honestly surprised you're not dead, Robbie. You meet strange men on Grindr incessantly. And to be surprised when something happens to you, like what happened, after the way that you recklessly engage in sexual encounters with unknown, unidentified men through Grindr, what do you expect?
So what she's saying there, folks, is I should not be surprised that this man ripped my entire shoelace off my sneaker and tied my hands with it. I should not be surprised that he didn't take no for an answer. And I shouldn't be surprised that he stuck himself inside of me for hours when I would say, ow, please take it out. Please stop. Slow down at least. And he would laugh and go harder. I shouldn't be surprised about that, right, Natasha? That's what you're saying? That's why I do not care if I hurt your feelings. Not one bit. And you idiots making excuses for that, you're just making her look more dumb. And you make yourselves look stupid. Why should I, oxygen therapy, explain to me, why should I stop doing something that I enjoy and that I've had safe my entire life and never had a problem? Why should I do that? Give me a good reason why. You're saying all people on Grindr are lunatic. Okay, well, I met my husband there. So what do you got to say about that? So you're saying everybody should go get off Grindr. That's what you're saying? You're an idiot. You're an idiot. You're justifying what happened, saying that people should stop dating, people should stop having sex because of assault. Are you stupid? Are you listening to yourself? Oh, it's dangerous. Okay, how is it dangerous? Explain to me how it's dangerous. Because, letting people in your home that solicit, that they're there to tell you about the good word of the Lord, maybe you shouldn't let those people in your home. You shouldn't let a lot of people in your home. But what you guys are saying is, just because I let someone in my home, I shouldn't be surprised? Get the fuck out of town. Why do you think it's dangerous, Oxygen? You're repeating yourself. You're not giving details. Why? Oh, they'll find out, Gigi. You're right, Wyoming. It's not just men that use those apps. There's Tinder, all sorts of dating apps. So I should not be allowed to date or even have one night stands with people because if something happens like this, that's my fault. You're a fucking idiot. I sure did oxygen therapy. What's your point? What's your point? Are you saying that's what everybody does on Grindr? They do that to people? You're not going to win this. The reason I'm allowing you to stay is so your ignorance is put on display. Oh, and then we've got Tiffany right here, Free Spirit, making fun of the fact that when I was essayed in my ass, that shit went everywhere. Yeah, that's correct. You think that's funny when people get sexually assaulted and that happens, Tiffany? Of course you do. Yes, Oxygen, but you're not explaining why people should stay off dating apps. That is not a reason. Absolutely it is, Queen Machete. Yes, Free Spirit is Tiffany, folks, if you didn't know that. That's been Tiffany for a long fucking time. Even when I was her friend. She's an idiot. You shouldn't tell the people you stab in the back your troll accounts, Tiffany. Obviously, not everybody, and that's why I was saying it's Russian roulette. Well, going out in your car is Russian roulette. going out in public every day is. What the fuck is your point? Hey, Blue Eyes, because you still haven't proven it. You're basically saying that since I met somebody online, that I deserve what happened and I shouldn't be surprised. That's what you're saying. Exactly, Jess Ruby. I will do it my way, Oxygen. And regardless what way I do it, I still don't deserve what happened. Period. Well, I'm glad you're okay, Mustang Sally. But even if you were assaulted, you wouldn't deserve it. And you're still allowed to be surprised. Tiffany, fuck off. Okay, yeah, sure. Shut up. So when you see people like Scotty going into streams where Natasha's talking about that, but Scotty can't come to me, that's why I was upset with Scotty. She doesn't seem to comprehend that. And I do think it's gross that you accepted money to go talk to an old friend on a panel, Scotty, and then say, I can't be bought. Well, you just were. I'll play it till the cows come home.
I'm honestly surprised you're not dead, Robbie. You meet strange men on Grindr incessantly. And to be surprised when something happens to you, like what happened, after the way that you recklessly engage in sexual encounters with unknown, unidentified men through Grindr, what do you expect?
What do I expect? I expect someone to come into my home and be respectful of my body and everything. That's what I expect. I expect people not to break the law once they come into my bedroom. Exactly, lazy dog. Exactly. Scotty did fuck up. And it's very apparent what her motive is. That would be going with the popular opinion and then going over to Nikki's when she's offered $100 to go on panel. But then turn around and say she can't be bought. That's what I'm saying, Queen Machete. Like, I expect the haters to run their mouths with their dumbass comments, and I don't care about that. What I do care about is Natasha, who is like an older sister to me, going straight there instead of insulting me any other way. And then being surprised when I clap back and go low. They act like people don't have one night stands. For fuck's sakes, people have been doing that for decades. Exactly. And people are also forgetting that with apps, if I really wanted to get this man's information, his name, his phone number, everything, I could. Through the app, they can locate him. The police can. There's a trace on your phone, and those apps track your GPS location. So most people don't feel in danger that it is documented on our phones that we spoke, that the person came over, that they have the person's information, their IP, in case anything happens. So don't sit there and fucking say, you should be surprised. No, you're an idiot. Thank you, Tanya. So I don't know how much more I can stress to you how it was wrong that she fucking did that, and she started this whole insult war and going low. She did that first. I could have gone about my reply a different way, but I fucking didn't. And I don't care. Natasha uses everybody. Everyone. Not even reading that full comment. The fuck out of here. Yeah, Kim and Crafton and anybody else that just it's very obvious the people that just stick around for clout. That'll never be me. And Extinct Tube, that was the point of my whole video that I made in the beginning, saying I'm not going to the police in case he does watch. So he knows I'm not doing that. But I'm not going to live in fear every single day of my life. It's just the hypocrisy of it. Since it's me, you know, and don't think I don't see these posts that people make. Robbie's been terrible for years, blah blah blah. Lycan, I saw your post and you're ignorant, dude. You literally doxed the exact bus route and everything, doxed the shit out of me. I don't want to hear shit out of your mouth. You're a piece of shit. You go after people. That's why you have a restraining order on you. So I don't want to hear shit. Lycan coming in being like the moral police. Are you fucking kidding me? The fuck out of here with that shit. Inserting yourself in fucking topics that have nothing to do with you simply because you have nothing else to talk about. Yes, I did call. My friend Pink gave me a hotline to call today, and I talked to them for a little while. Like, I have thick skin. I already knew people were gonna fucking use it against me, but not Natasha, somebody who claimed for years, "I love you." The fuck out of here. No, Mother Mary, I did not, and I'm not going to the police. Oh, they'll end up fighting, Gigi. They always do. It's not surprising how ignorant people are. And just for the record, Scotty, I heard you say, he just flipped on me out of nowhere. Honey, you were in a chat. Response to Robbie. where my essay is being dragged and you were talking about it, saying, I hope he gets help. Are you dumb? When you're two-faced on here, the good thing about it is most of the time we're able to see it. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to remove yourself from a conversation and not contribute to it when your friend's being dragged. And you stuck around and contributed to the conversation. That's common sense. It's right there on our channel. Did you ever come to me first? Nope. I'm not stupid. I live in a secure building, dumbass. Thank you for posting that, Locomine. That's not the real Jax. You could block them. It would have been easy for Natasha just to track Robbie without bringing, to trash Robbie without bringing insults into it. That was a choice. Yeah, and it's not just any insult. I would have preferred actual insults, but she knew exactly how to get to me, and she did it. And now she's playing dumb, trying to fool people and manipulate people into that she didn't bring it up and she didn't say what it was. And you know what? It wouldn't even matter if other people didn't know what it was, but everybody did because I had already made a video on it. It's the fact that she knew she would get to me by doing that. The fuck out of here. So that's all I got to say. Legit, you guys are ignorant if you don't see how this happened. You're legit ignorant if you're continuing to go in a chat instead of just removing yourself. And I'm not just talking about because of me, with Nikki as well. You know that if you're in a chat while she's being spoke about, she's going to see that as you trashing her. Are you dumb? Use your brains. Did you see me in either chat while they're dragging each other? Nope. And Natasha still pushed and pushed and pushed, even though I politely stayed out of it. She dragged me into it. You can have an opinion all you want to, Oxygen, but as far as my friend Natasha trashing me for it when she's mad is not okay. Not okay. So you can make all the excuses and talk about Russian roulette all the fuck you want to, but nowhere in Grindr or any of those apps, terms of service, does it say you gonna get yourself assaulted. So spare me with that bullshit. Exactly, Ruth Ann. Okay, so Natasha talked about her sister. So then that's okay for me to taunt her for it? Is that what you're saying, Oxygen? Was her sister playing Russian roulette? No. Yeah. Well, then shut up. All the excuses, they don't fly. She started this. She threw a fit. She went low, very low, and she got it in return. So that's all I have to say. I hope you guys have a good day, night, whatever. And I will talk to you later.
Love, chance, love,